Yeah, this shit feel too easy. Copy cash, no lease. Murder, Mr. Dash. Kill it every season. Wish a nigga would, I got a bottle and a genie. And she text me raindrop back plan, so you know my tie is screaming. Nah, this shit be simple. I swear to. Yo, so I'm just getting back home. When Chill wanted to, hey, you can see me back there. Yeah, that's me. That's him over there. That's also me. That's me also as well. But I just got back from one of the homies' house and um, had a great time. Chilling over there with him. I always learn some new stuff about some new things when I'm talking with them. I got home and I realized that I want to help. I know what I want to do now. I want to help people. I want to enable people to remember what's in them that shows them that any type of discomfort that's come into their life due to having to deal with other people, or due to being in a situation where the person who is dealing you that pain, or dealing you that frustration, or dealing you that hardship where you couldn't get away at the time, or you were in a situation where you felt like you couldn't leave, or you didn't know whether you were going to be supported if you spoke up about something or said something. I want to start a following where we discuss that. I want to start a following where we work through those past events that you felt discomfort, or you felt uneasy in, or very uncomfortable. I want to work in that situation. It doesn't, and I personally feel like discomfort doesn't have like a peak or a threshold. Like any past trauma is equivalent to any type of past discomfort, because discomfort is essentially a sin. You experience things that are uncomfortable, but when you are in a certain mindset of where that brings you trauma, where that brings you a shift in vital signs, or that brings you a shift in your energetic pattern in your body, that is way more detrimental than anything. So in any sense of that feeling, in any sense of that trigger, in any sense of that switch, that to me is past trauma. That to me is traumatic. That is a traumatic event that you experienced, and it doesn't matter whether it be you got in a life-threatening accident, you experienced a what are those called? A near-death experience. You've experienced a situation to whether you felt bad and it carried on for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. That is post-traumatic stress. That's what that is. And that doesn't matter whether it be, you got shot, whether you got kidnapped, whether somebody told you out loud that they think that you're ugly, and that stuck with you ever since the third grade. That is still post-trauma. And I want to start a following where we address that, and we address how to release that energy, and we address exactly who you are and what you are as awareness. And we prove to you that your awareness, or who you are, is so strong that in some manner you have just been seeing it from a perspective that was pushed onto you, and not from the perspective that your internal self knows. So we show you that you are looking currently in the situation, if you feel that disease and you feel that uncomfortableness and you feel it in a certain way, then that certain way is what's been pressed upon you, and not the the way that your real self sees it, your true self, your organic self, because we all want to be our true selves, and we all want to be our organic selves, our original selves, our natural selves, our selves that we see in, like imaginations that we have about ourselves, being the coolest person in the room, you know what I'm saying, the nicest looking person, or the person with this, that, and the third. That person that we see, that person who we think that we're chasing in our imagination, that person who we have been told that we can't be, so therefore we think, oh, I'll never be that. I'll never try to reach that goal. I'll never reach out and want to do that. I'll never reach out and want to be that person. That is who we are getting rid of. That is who I am providing you the proof, the proof for your conscious mind to understand and plant the seed for your subconscious mind to bring into your material possession. I'm trying to get that circle to start for you. Because when that circle starts, that is when you lead your own life. That is when you take control. That is when you know who you are. That is when you don't get angry in those certain situations that you used to. That is when you can see that certain situation arise and be like, oh shit, like I used to care so much about that. My emotions used to rise so fast about this certain situation or this certain topic. Or when anybody brought this up, that's a trigger. That's a trigger. A trigger. A trigger. Tell me why would you keep saying throughout your day-to-day life in your head, I have this triggers me. This boom. This triggers me. A trigger. When you pull it, a gun makes a loud percussive noise that jolts you, that kicks you into your fight or flight. That is what you're engraving in your subconscious. You're saying that this small incident, or this small thing, or this large thing, or this thing that might have absolutely changed your life, carries the immense power of a gun, the immense power to change any situation. You know when you watch those bank robbing movies where somebody walks into the motherfucking place and everything's cool until they pull that trigger. And that's when the mood shifts. All eyes on me. I control everything. This is my attention. Now everybody will see from my point of view. Right? That's what a trigger does. That's what a trigger initiates. And any time you see a gun, in any movie, any TV show, bang, they pull that trigger and they have all the control. So what you're saying when you say you have a trigger, when something triggers you, is that this one situation, anytime that it arises, it takes complete precedence over all of my bodily emotions, over all of my bodily feelings, over everything I do or say after that trigger. That's what starts that. And that's what we want to notice. That's what we want to now bring into our conscious. That is what we want to now see. Like, oh, that used to be a trigger. Triggers used to be a trigger for me. I used to say that things are triggers, but now that I know why I used to say that or what came with that, now that I know that, I have now unbound that spell. I have now made sense of what didn't make sense. And that is what's holding on. That is what we are holding on to. We are latching on to things that don't make any sense because we haven't come to the awareness of what is actually happening. So since we're lost in something, if you stand for nothing, if you don't stand for something, what does it say? If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. Damn, I almost look stupid. I mean, I probably did still. I could be a clip or something. I'm not trying to be a meme, for real. So, but that shit was kind of funny, though. I mean, I'll take it. Any publicity is good publicity, baby. But yeah, man, like, that's just, let me get my hand out the way. that's just how that goes. You know, we have to have the consciousness and the awareness of things that are happening in our life, so that we know exactly what's happening, why is it happening, what's going on. So now we can reassure ourselves that we are okay. If if you don't think that you're okay, because you are okay, you'll always be okay, you'll always be great, you'll always be fine, you'll always be perfect. You'll never be anything but that. You can think that you can be anything but that. You can believe that you can be anything but that, because I'd say like 98% of our beliefs are hearsay. 98% of our beliefs are things that we have heard from other people, and then we latch onto these ideas. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers tell their kids that Santa is real, just so they can manipulate their children into being good, instead of just rewarding their kids every time they're good. And I know there's a lot of things that people say, like, oh yeah, we'll get it for you, but right now we can't get it for you because we can't afford it. So I remember my parents used to tell me that, and I'd be like, dang, yeah, you're right. Shit, okay. I guess, yeah, we can't. Because, like, I'm a child. I don't know nothing about bills. I just realized a couple days ago, like, the people in my house drink alcohol, like, actively, like, a lot. Like, that is almost a substitute for water. If they're not too dehydrated, then it'll be the alcohol and not the water. And the same people will be like, can't get it right now. And, like, you buying 20 packs, 24 packs. Them shits cost like, what, $25? You know what I'm saying? $26? And you, look at the kitty. Yeah. All right. $20-something. You buying how many of those a week? 1, 2 a week? Spend about $30 a week, almost. $30 a week on alcohol. 30 times 4. $120? $120 times 12. It's what, $101,440 or something like that? But, you know, had to wait. Patience. Patience is there. I'm not going to say patience is key. I'm not going to say patience is a virtue, because now you're telling yourself to always wait. Always wait. Do nothing. Dude, just wait, bro. Just wait. And that can be possible. That could also come to you like that. It's whatever you believe, man. Like, literally whatever you believe. Put your mind to it. You can do it. Literally. Anything and everything. It's all yours. You're God. Be still and know that I am God. Repeat that a couple times. See how you feel. Per day, per week, per hour, whatever you want to do. I love you.
Yeah. This shit feel too easy. Copy cash, no lease. Murder, Mrs. Dash. Kill it every season. Wish a nigga would, I got a bottle and a genie. And she text me raindrop eggplant, so you know my tie screaming. Nah, this shit be simple.